In this 2-minute video tutorial, you'll learn how to use the Parts and Supplies module in the CMMS. The Parts and Supplies module is used to track consumable parts that are used in work orders, including stock levels, costs, consumption levels, and purchasing histories. Let's take a look. In this example, we'll add and configure the parts data for a 50-foot conveyor belt. Start by selecting Parts and Supplies and click New. This part is a 50-foot conveyor belt. The code is automatically generated by the CMMS, but you can change this if needed. Switching the part category to the belts category will help users find the parts easily. Fill in the order info where needed, such as make, model, universal part code, etc. You'll notice the QR code on the top right. This QR code is unique to this part. You'll also notice a 12-digit barcode assigned to this part. Either code can be printed and stuck on the parts bin for quick access through the mobile app. Next, let's add the number of 50-foot conveyor belts that I have in stock. To add the stock level, we'll need to add a location first by clicking the Add sign and selecting the facility location from the drop-down menu. Add the aisle, row and bin number if needed, and the quantity on hand. You can also specify the minimum stock levels for this location. Once this level is breached, the system will initiate the reordering process. It's possible to add as many locations as you like for this part. It's the same part, but stored in multiple sites. You'll also notice the Receipts and PO window. As this part is ordered again in the future, receipt and PO line items will populate here. The BOM tab shows which assets use this part. When populated, it'll look like this. Next, if I click on the Personnel tab, I can choose which users are notified when the minimum stock level is breached. By default, the logistics group is automatically added to a part and supplies item. This is a critical spare, so I also want the purchasing manager to be notified when the stock level is low. So let's add Susan from the drop-down menu. When minimum stock levels are breached, she'll be notified too. Next, we'll add supplier information under the Businesses tab. This is the list of businesses that supply this part. Select New, select the business from the drop-down menu, add the business role, supplier part number, and the supplier's catalog number. Click This is my preferred vendor, so this supplier is first choice. In addition, when this part moves to the purchasing section of the CMMS, the part is listed under this vendor first. In this example, we'll check off Send RFQ when low stock occurs and enter the reorder quantity of 12. This means when low stock occurs, the system will automatically send a request for quote to the vendor for 12 parts. If your company requires, say, 3 competitive quotes from 3 suppliers before a part could be purchased, you could add the 3 suppliers here. When minimum stock levels are breached, all 3 will be sent the RFQ at the same time. You can add a picture of the part by selecting the Files tab and dragging and dropping the image in. And click Save. Over time, the Log tab will show a list of work orders that consumed this part. And that's it. Now that the basic part supplies information is added, technicians can start consuming this part in work orders.